losing battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. And stolen by Edwards. And now the T-Wolves on the break. McDaniels from long range. Right side Conley. From behind the arc. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Dort, the pass to Williams. No good on the 3. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. And here's Edwards outside. The offensive rebound. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
Gobert's length is intimidating, which is why defenders often resort to foul him.
And so Gobert nails both of them. All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You've got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself. Didn't take Edwards long to get those 3 points back, right back at you.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Edwards, no good.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Edwards. Shakes him. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
For 3, Randle. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. There's the triple. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. The 3 is up. The rebound by Wiggins. Oklahoma City has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Launches it, drops in the 3. Wiggins got 6.
Yeah, an amazing find. How about the patience from Dort? Waits for his man to get open and feeds him.
Knocked loose. Dort with a steal. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. And Williams punches it home.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up with a graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
McDaniels from long range. Can they get it? Pure from three-point range.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make 3. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Now here's Wiggins. 6 points for him. Now Holmgren. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Randle. Ooh, hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
Yeah, and certainly room for growth from Holmgren in the mid-range. But good to see him taking the shot rather than passing on it.
Edwards gets the bucket.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
Allie, thank you. Now here's Conley. Holmgren with the block.
You can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
And the Thunder making a change here. Wallace is checked in. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. No coverage that time.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's Holmgren. Rebound Minnesota. Alexander Walker with it. Pass to Randall. Fires for three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder trail by 4. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Wallace. Ooh, the turnaround jumper. Count it.
Slick move. Makes the turnaround jumper look easy.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Alexander Walker. From outside, off the mark. On the wing, Caruso. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. It's Minnesota. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
They've got Cason Wallace. He's out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Alex Caruso is out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Jang in at the 4. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
To the inside. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3-ball. Great touch from deep. Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And here's Caruso outside. Pass to Jang. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Outside, DiVincenzo. Reed for 3. And the jumper is on the mark. Reed's gotten his first points in this one.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Wallace's shot is good.
A 6'6" playmaker, SGA has a great view of the floor.
Outside Edwards. High post Reed. Pass to Alexander Walker. The ball's knocked loose and stolen by Caruso. And here comes the break. And he lobs it up to the rim. Here's Jang. Lets the 3 fly. Caruso outside. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota in the lead. To the paint. The steal. And they're on the run.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Edwards, a pass to Reed. Back to Edwards. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Edwards. Reed's got 5 points in the quarter. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Here's Jang. They get it again. Caruso outside. The 3 is up. Sinks the tray. Caruso's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
There's a screen. Here's Alexander Walker. Outside Edwards. Out to the right wing. 4 on the clock. Here's Reed. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Reed with the rebound.
Oklahoma City foul.
Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. For 3, Randall. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Randall. Fires the 3. That won't go either for Randall. And it's Caruso with the ball for the Thunder. Fires the 3. Drains the triple. Caruso's got 6.
Just straight tricking the defender with the shot fake. This is how it's done.
The 3, DiVincenzo nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, you know, that last 3 got DiVincenzo fired up now. He had to respond. He goes to the arc to shoot back with one of his own triples.
Wiggins for 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Randall. The kick out to Conley. Picked by Gobert. Oh, there's the alley. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. Ed will step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the 3rd quarter, right after the break.
29.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Ebb is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. Conley passes to Randle. McDaniels, a screen on Wiggins. Outside McDaniels. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And the Thunder shooting around 41%. Holmgren with it. And it's Gobert picking him up. Dort against Edwards. Dort, the pass to Holmgren. No good from outside.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, you know, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor. Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Randall can't hit.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Just over a minute and a half played in the 3rd. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Randall. And stolen by Williams. Here we go. And he's going for the oop here. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dort.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Minnesota again missing.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And Dort just wanting that basket more than anyone else. Give him credit for out-hustling everyone.
Dort against McDaniels. Picked by Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Minnesota's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. To the middle. Oh! Rudy on the lob!
Gobert is a big target, especially when he's roaming around that rim.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Timberwolves.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Wiggins. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Alexander Walker's checked in. The 3. Nails it from 3. Alexander Walker's got 6 points.
You know, they've got to make him earn those 3s. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Alexander Walker. No good with the triple. Thunder trail by 5. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for Oklahoma City, Caruso, he's checked in for Holmgren. And Isaiah Joe subbed in for Williams. Here's Joe. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. And stolen by Hartenstein. Inside. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Poked loose. And stolen by Edwards. Conley with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Hartenstein, no good.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Thunder trail by 7. Outside Joe. Pass to Dort. And there's a pick from behind the arc. Buries it from 3. So Dort's got 6 points in the quarter.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside Reed. Lets it go from deep. Minnesota again missing. Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Caruso, a screen on Clark. Here's Joe. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Pass to Alexander Walker. The 3 ball. Hits the 3-pointer. Alexander Walker's got 9.
Blocking foul called on.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Here's DiVincenzo. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball.
Oklahoma City ball.
Here's Joe. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Nothing like.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 3. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's out there with Cason Wallace. Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Jones in at the power forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Hartenstein a screen to the inside. Stolen by Reed. From deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Timberwolves lead by 6. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issues defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions. And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating them to the spot. Well done.
And the Thunder making a change here. Dort's checked in. Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Clark. And stolen by Hartenstein. Here's Wallace. Misses the three. Minnesota leading by 6. Ingles from outside. He drops it from range. Ingles got his first 3 points of the game.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Tipped away. Caruso against Reed. Hartenstein passes to Dort. Back to Hartenstein. Pass to Wallace. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
For the Thunder, Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Jalen Williams comes in for Caruso. And it's Wiggins in for Wallace. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Outside, inside, in between, doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
For 3, Randall. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Edwards with it. Guarded now by Williams. Pass to Randall. McDaniels up top. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. First 2 fouls.
McDaniels against Wiggins. Randall a screen on Wiggins. McDaniels got room. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. So Dort's got 11 points here in the second half.
The defense gives Shea all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
McDaniels from long range. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds tonight. Wiggins passes to Holmgren. Holmgren with a screen on Conley. Now here's Dort. This one for 3. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Tenacious stuff from Dort. I mean, he knows the situation and is dead set on getting them a bucket.
Gobert passes to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. From deep. Edwards can't hit.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
That ties it up.
You expect he's gonna find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the 4th. Edwards finds Gobert. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. And there's a whistle. It's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. 56 seconds left in the 4th quarter. McDaniels from long range. Offensive board. Gobert. Oh, they get a hand on it. Williams with it. Randall's in his pocket. To take the lead. Edwards pulls it in. So it's Minnesota now. Back to Conley. There's 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Somebody's lit a fire under Mike Conley.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 3. And he sinks it. Oh, a tremendous 3. We're tied.
about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. McDaniels against Wiggins. Gobert with a screen on Wiggins. Here's McDaniels. Money!
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Boy, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit. I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
So it's a narrow victory.
be in for a good one here, Richard. This game has all the makings of a shootout.
Yeah, these are two high-powered offenses. I feel for all the defenders in this one because they're going to have their hands full.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in its center, locking down the middle. Now here's Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Williams. Fires from the wing. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Tatum.
A knockdown shooter, really from anywhere on the floor. Porzingis knows he has the green light to fire from there.
Pass to Holmgren. It's stolen by White. Now here is Holiday. Takes a three. The offensive rebound. Porzingis finds White. Back to Porzingis. Nice ball movement by Boston. Lock at 6. Tatum passes to Porzingis. The three. And the basket by Tatum.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Capitalizes off the crossover.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Now here's White. Takes the three. Caruso grabs the miss. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. White looking around. Outside Tatum. The wide open look here for Porzingis. It's good from long range. Porzingis has got 5 points so far.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
Caruso with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup falls. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now Holmgren following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fade away. The shot, no good. Boston leading by 4. Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Misses the three. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Oklahoma City. Williams for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. He noted how much extra film they're watching heading into this. And one guy that jumped out at them was Kristaps Porzingis. He said scoring over that guy is a challenge. It's not just the size, it's how well he positions himself. And he's a patient shot blocker. He waits for you to make your move. We'll see how they approach it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Dort misses. For Boston, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Puts up a deep three. Boston, no good that time either. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Richard, so many things about Drew Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
And White with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind. Now look, this won't go down as a block, but the D made him change his shot, and that was enough.
And that's a foul called on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul, and the Thunder making a switch here. Hartenstein's checked in. Al Horford is checked in for the Celtics. For three, and that's good. Kristaps Porzingis for three. Porzingis has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Boston. Williams, a screen on White. Here's Dort. The Thunder with another miss.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
And we're trailing by 6. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. Misses the jumper.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And shooting while in rhythm. Porzingis demonstrating how you torch the defense off the dribble.
Count it, good. Williams has got 5.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Shoots the 3, and Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Holiday.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Boston Celtics. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Back to the action in just a minute. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Wiggins is out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. Then it's Lou Dort. Then it's Jalen Williams. And it's Caruso in at the point. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Right wing. Here's Craig. Outside, Horford. Over Hartenstein. Pass to Hauser from the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Hartenstein finds Wiggins. The 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Tatum against Dort. Here's Hauser. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Thunder trailing by 12. Fires the 3. Here's Hartenstein. Here's Dort. They get the rebound. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Boston leading by 12. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Craig can't get it to go. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. We'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Horford high post. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screen. Some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
A three-pointer, Wiggins misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
That is prototype rebounding right there. Gets the position down low, boxes out, and then corrals it.
It's the three-point bomb. Caruso's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Fires from way outside. Hauser misses.
And And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
The thing they have to watch for is mental fatigue. They have to stay focused and finish the job.
And there's the foul on Alex Caruso.
First team foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution.
Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Williams. Porzingis against Wiggins. Boston again missing.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Here's Joe, guarded by Holiday. Joe passes to Wiggins. Now Caruso. Shoots. The rebound by Holiday. Holiday's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the paint. Out to Porzingis. Puts up a deep 3. It's Brown on the wing. Pass to Cornette. Outside, Porzingis. A 3-ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Porzingis has got 17 now.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And so it's Boston with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot from line. They're measuring up the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
On the floor for Boston. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. Holiday, the pass to Tatum. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to White. And such a nice move to make the basket work. White's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Celtics. Dort against White. Now, here's Dort. Defense is right there. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Off target from three-point range. Under trailing by 8. Launches from deep. Joe can't get it to go. The Celtics shooting 43% from the floor. And Dort gets it to go.
Very good inside. Dort's got great upper body strength.
Brown outside. 3-pointer. And another miss by Boston. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. RJ, we've seen multiple all-star games for Jaylen Brown. Can he become a superstar?
Well, to me, if you've got a finals MVP in your back pocket on your resume, you are now a superstar, and Jaylen Brown is that.
Brown's shot is good.
A consistent shot for him. Brown likes the 3.
The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Joe passes to Dort. Pass to Flagler. Wiggins, a screen on Holiday. This one for 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Flagler's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Tatum, no good. Thunder trailing by 6. Wiggins passes to Hartenstein. Puts up a 3. They get it back. Dort wide open. A 3-pointer off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The 3 from Tatum. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Off target with his 3. Celtics leading by 6. Tatum way outside. Beyond the arc. Tatum from 3.
What's special about him is he is a natural leader and an active scorer. When Tatum is firing off the catch, you know he's feeling it.
And the shot goes in. Flagler's got 5 points so far.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Outside Holiday. And the Celtics another 3.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans and putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect, that guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, DA. Thank you.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Under trailing by 7. Stolen by Holiday. From deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some. He has 6.
And with a good array of moves, Holiday can pull up for jumpers because he keeps defenders guessing.
Here's Flagler. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. There's the 3. Rebounded by Joe. Tatum against Wiggins. Here's Flagler. No good on the triple. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And so it's Boston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And the 3-point shot has been big for him. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Boston leading by 7. In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. Jason Wallace is out there with Williams, and it's Williams at the center. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City, and the Thunder pushing it up now. Caruso, no good. Boston shooting 40% from the field. 3-pointer, and that's good. Jason Tatum for 3. Tatum's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Celtics. Outside Williams. Pass to Williams. Back to Williams. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Craig against Caruso. Out to the right wing. Here's Hauser. That 3 off the mark. Under trailing by 10. Williams kicks to Wallace. Pass to Williams. On the wing, Wallace. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Wallace has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Craig with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pritchard passes to Horford. Shot clock at 6. And here's Tatum for 3. Rebound by Williams.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for the Thunder. And a new group in for the Celtics. On the wing, Wallace. And taken away by Brown. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And another thing they did well was just keep the effort up offensively.
Oh my goodness, the slam!
Come on, Jalen, that's just ridiculous.
Williams with a clean look, drills the three-pointer.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
And that's a foul called on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Holmgren with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Floats it up for Holmgren. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
Outside Tatum. Holiday the pass to Brown. Holiday sets the pick for Brown. Pass to Tatum. Clock at 4. The kick out to Brown, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Holmgren with it, launches it. The rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Brown. Holiday, a screen on Wallace. Brown inside the line. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
They say it's a make or miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Fades and shoots. And he's good on the 3-ball. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander drains it from beyond the arc.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
And Holiday kicks to Tatum. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. 6 to shoot. From outside the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. And the Thunder making a change here. Dort's checked in, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Holiday with the 3. Rebound by Williams.
Can't waste any time here.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
Kept alive. Over to the left wing. Here's Dort. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Brown. From deep 3-point territory. No good. So we see Boston get the win here. This was all right, DA. Thanks again. And that about wraps it.
grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The 2 Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Now here's Holiday. 4-3 and Gobert with a block.
Wow, insanely tough to get a shot off when Rudy Gobert is around. Wow.
And stolen by Edwards. Fast break, Minnesota. There's the triple. Fires in the triple.
I mean, this guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Conley against Holiday. Up top, Tatum. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
Well, Jason Tatum with the answer from 3. That's how you stop an opponent's momentum.
You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring, but Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
Now here's Brown. Launches it. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Right side, McDaniels. The 3. Rebound, Boston. And here's Porzingis from outside the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
For 3, Randall. The kick out to Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
There's Tatum with the 3. That one no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
White with a steal. Pulls it from 20, and he buries his first look.
That's what you call speed, being the difference in transition. Off the steal, Derek White so heads up.
Randall, a screen on White. McDaniels against White. Fires for 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
And you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's the 3. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Porzingis. White's got 5 now.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Gobert with a screen on Tatum. For 3, Randall. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston trailing. Outside White. Porzingis with a screen on Randall. White on the wing. Give him 8. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Porzingis. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight, and he said, quote, I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Drew Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor.
Thanks for that, Allie. Tatum can't hit.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
And stolen by Brown. It's Brown on the wing. Spins. Back to Porzingis. Takes a 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holiday against Conley. Boston shoots. McDaniels can't hit. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
7 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The T-Wolves. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Peyton Pritchard, Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Hauser in at the small forward position. Sinks it from distance.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's Tatum, three-pointer. Reed with the rebound. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, B.A., and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most four men. Traditional fives are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game. Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Reed, a screen on Tatum. Pass to Reed. Three-pointer. Counted from distance.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul. Lineout's checked in for Miller. Porzingis is checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday comes in for Craig. From the corner. Oh, and Reed with a block. There's the three. They grab their own miss. For three, DiVincenzo. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 6. For three, Porzingis. Minot pulls it in.
Well, he tries to answer with a three of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Lets it go. Edwards can't hit.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Here's Alexander Walker. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Here's Hauser, covered by Alexander Walker. For three, Porzingis. He can't get it to go.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Celtics trail by 9. Man, so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Porzingis misses.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Edwards, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Boston shooting their initial free throws of the game here. The first free throw is good, and it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Now here's Holiday. 1:11 left in the second quarter. Again, the miss by Boston. Minnesota leading by 8. To the paint. With his first shot attempt. Here's Gobert. Ooh, Gobert in traffic connects.
We think first of Rudy Gobert as a defender, but this guy has the instincts and touch, even against good defense. Nice, Rudy.
White with a screen on Conley. Three-pointer, Holiday. Again, the miss by Boston.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Gobert inside. He's covered by Holiday. Gobert, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Takes the 3. And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. Back after this. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. How about Derek White really making a difference here?
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's McDaniels. Randle outside. Fires from deep. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Celtics trail by 4. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
For the lead. Porzingis misses.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And that's good. Randle for 3. Randle's got 6.
Off the bounce into the jumper, Julius Randle makes it look easy. Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Tatum from long range. JT for 3.
Just tremendous understanding and fundamental basketball by Jason Tatum in pick and roll action. Beautiful.
Back to Edwards from downtown. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's Brown on the wing. McDaniels covering. Holiday surveying the floor. Back to Brown. Clock at 6. Pass to Tatum. Over Randle. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 11 points in the game. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 1-point game. McDaniels, a screen on Tatum. For 3, Randle. Holiday grabs the miss. And here are the Celtics. They're on an 11-3 run. Brown against Randle. Outside Holiday. Outside White. Holiday, a screen on Edwards. White for 3. Oh, good D by Edwards. The Timberwolves have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
Now here's Alexander Walker. 9 points in the game. Jacks up a 3. Edwards, no good. The Celtics with the lead. To the wing on the left. Launches a 3. Pritchard gets it to go. Pritchard's got 6.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball pretty fast.
Randall, pass to Alexander Walker. Randall, a screen on Brown. Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Boston leading by 4. Outside Tatum. A minute 31 left to play in the third quarter here. Porzingis in the post. He's against Gobert. Takes one from 10 feet. Porzingis misses. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting just 35% from the floor. They get it back. Randall outside. Pass to Conley. Randall on the screen. To win the run. By Conley. That one's good. Conley's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Randall against Tatum. Kick out to Brown. Off target with the 3. And Minnesota has possession. Randall pulls down the board. For the lead. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Can you say natural leader? Conley is especially effective at running the offense and involving his teammates through his passing.
Now here's Porzingis. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. The kick to Tatum. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Pass to Reed. The 3 is up. No good on the shot. Horford outside. From the arc. And no good. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. The T-Wolves on top. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And the Timberwolves with possession here. The lead is 2. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Hauser in at the 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Now here's Tatum. Garza grabs the board. Reed for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And Minnesota with some changes. Ingles comes in for Garza. And Clark is subbed in for Alexander Walker. Tatum against Edwards. Lets it go from the wing. A nice shot by Tatum.
Yeah, you have to be able to take mid-range jumpers at times. I know it's not a high-value shot, but for Tatum, sometimes that's what the defense gives him.
Now here's Ingles for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Ingles got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Horford can't hit. The Timberwolves lead by 6. Puts up a 3. And Ingles gets it to go. The assist by DiVincenzo. Ingles has got 6 points in the quarter. Horford for 3. Hey, Horford from range.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Ingles. Horford pulls it in.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
This is the baby hook. Minnesota's gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Ingles. McDaniels is checked in for Clark. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Horford. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. White, he's checked in for Craig. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard.
What you love about Rudy Gobert is he understands his strengths and where he can impact the game. That is primarily on the defensive end, but also as a screen setter offensively.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Randall. Let's go with a 3. Can't get it to drop. Tatum with some nice D. From downtown. Again, the miss by Boston. The Timberwolves lead by 7. Randall with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively. From deep, Conley. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. From deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Edwards, a pass to Conley. Edwards, a screen on Brown. Back to Edwards, and out of bounds. Boston will have it.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Celtics trail by 7. Tries to spin move. Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. Tatum with another miss. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Edwards for 3. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. White for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. Now here's Brown. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. There's the 3. Porzingis misses.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Randall against Holiday. Randall, pass to Edwards. Now McDaniels. Edwards a screen on Brown. Minnesota again missing. The Celtics shooting 34% thus far in this game. Tatum with a screen. 3-pointer Holiday. And he buries it. And that one brings them within 1.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Now here's McDaniels to the right side. Randall finds Edwards. Randall a screen on White. Edwards for 3. Boston pulls it in.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Left side White to take the lead. Can't knock in the 3. Outside Edwards. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. What? All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Dor.
Kevin, they know each other well. They expect to meet potentially in the postseason, and I would expect a playoff atmosphere tonight.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Caruso in at the small forward. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. The kick out to Williams. Caruso, the pass to Holmgren. It's stolen by Edwards. And now the Timberwolves on the break. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, excellent read there by Edwards. He saw someone had a better shot, and he got them the ball.
McDaniels against Caruso. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning four-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
And running offense through Holmgren, great court awareness and really unselfish.
McDaniels, a screen on George. Pass to McDaniels. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Holmgren the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Williams, that's a two-pointer. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Williams has got his second basket of the game.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And he makes that one.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Pass to Dort. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
McDaniel sets a screen for Conley. And here's Edwards. Driving in. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Conley. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Oklahoma City's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. So the wing on the left. It's stolen by Edwards. Deflects the pass. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Connects from three-point range.
A fantastic decision making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Knocks down the three ball.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow. Thank you for the report. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Hartenstein's checked in. Randall from outside trains the three-pointer. Randall's got his second bucket of the night. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Wiggins is checked in. Now, here's Caruso. Scoreless thus far. 1:11 left in the first quarter of the game. Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Alexander Walker passes to Clark. Randall kicks to Clark. Alexander Walker on the wing. Covered by Wiggins. Alexander Walker passes to Clark. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Reed misses.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
The kick out to Williams. For 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Alexander Walker on the wing. Defended by Dort. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And stolen by DiVincenzo. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Thunder lead. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And we also have seen them continue to fire from deep. With the results they're seeing, you can understand why.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Aaron Wiggins. Alex Caruso out there with Isaiah Joe. Then it's Williams. And it's Hartenstein in at the center position. Williams for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Williams has got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Thunder. Here's Alexander Walker. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Wiggins kicks to Caruso. Back to Wiggins. Tries the spin move. Lets it go with a 3. Here's Hartenstein. Hartenstein with the screen on DiVincenzo. Back to Hartenstein. Over in the corner, Caruso. Just 2 to shoot. For the 3. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley now comes in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Alexander Walker on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Reed tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Williams against Conley. Williams can't hit. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here is Edwards, covered by Joe. And Anthony Edwards hits from deep. Edwards got a pair of triples in the second now for the Timberwolves. Wiggins passes to Williams. Spins. Caruso finds Williams. Here's Joe. Edwards defending. The kick out to Williams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Julius Randle's checked in for Reed. And it's McDaniels in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And here's Edwards from the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. The Thunder with another miss.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul. Minnesota making a switch. DiVincenzo's checked in. Wallace is checked in for Oklahoma City. Inside, it's tipped. Conley dishes to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on George. Near the three-point line, it's DiVincenzo. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Williams for three. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert has got his fourth rebound in this one. Randall against Williams. And Gobert kicks to DiVincenzo. Nailed from three-point land. DiVincenzo's got 6 points.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Outside Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. The shot's good from DiVincenzo. Oklahoma City has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Wallace misses. Randall passes to Conley. Can't nail the jumper. There's Williams with the three. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Well, that's a gut punch to hit the half. Just demoralizing.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Thunder up by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
They're measuring up the shots.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, Jalen Williams getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Conley and Edwards are the guards. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Randall from outside. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Caruso with the ball. Now defended by Randall. Caruso against Randall. Caruso kicks to Dort. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Back to Dort. Pass to Holmgren. From the arc. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Shot by McDaniels, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's Gobert outside for Randall. Poked away and stolen by Wiggins. Fires for 3. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Randall with the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Edwards. 8 points for him. Conley left side. 6 to shoot. Out to Edwards. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Then for the Thunder, Hartenstein comes in for Wiggins, and it's Williams in for Alex Caruso. Oklahoma City has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Dort misses. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. The Thunder with the lead. It's stolen by Edwards. For the lead. Shots good by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got his first 3 points of the game as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Drills it from outside. And the Thunder lead by 1.
And this is the kind of fire Gilgeous-Alexander plays with. How about the response there?
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Pass to Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Dort. Edwards, no good. Thunder have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Oklahoma City moving it around. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Randall passes to Alexander Walker. Shoots the 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 3rd assist on the night. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. There's the triple. Holmgren can't hit. And now here comes Conley leading the break. Here's Alexander Walker. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Dort wide open. Sinks the triple. Dort's got 9.
Look, that's just smart recognition. They blitzed him, and he found the open teammate.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. This has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Jason Wallace is out there with Isaiah Joe. Then it's Wiggins. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Williams at the 3. Now here's Wiggins. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Garza's checked in. Now here's Reed. Good on the three-point shot. Reed's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Hartenstein in the high post. Hartenstein with the screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Wallace. And the 3 off target. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. DiVincenzo with it. And it's Wallace picking him up. Out to Edwards. 5 on the clock. Reed. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Joe can't get it to go. To the lane. It's deflected and stolen by Williams. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Joe can't get it to go. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. All by himself. Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there. Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a bounce.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Wiggins. Williams comes in for Williams. Dort, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Wallace. Now here's Conley. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Hartenstein against Gobert. Out to the right wing. For 3, Holmgren. Gobert pulls it in. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. Knocks it loose. Holmgren with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Dort with the ball. Conley picks him up. Edwards with the block.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is disengaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block. Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Thunder trailing by 3. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. Lets the 3 fly. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. Alexander Walker comes in for Michael Conley. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Dort. Alexander Walker on the wing. The shot. Caruso against McDaniel. And the 3 ball is good. McDaniel's got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Reed after Oklahoma City gets the 3. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Wallace kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso looking for an opening. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Here's Caruso. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And now just a 2-point Minnesota lead. Reed with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Alexander Walker. Takes a three. And Holmgren pulls it down.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Caruso, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's the Timberwolves now. The lead is 2. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Randle, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Alexander Walker finds Randle. Pocket 6. Edwards inside. Defended by Caruso.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Gets the three to fall.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment.
Wow. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
It's in! A tremendous three to tie it up.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Edwards dishes to Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Wallace is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Caruso in at the 3-slot.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Oh, here's Edwards. Back to Alexander Walker. DiVincenzo finds Alexander Walker. And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Overtime still getting started here, just about a minute in. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Edwards slashing in. Holmgren with the block.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Gobert with a screen on Wallace. Alexander Walker passes to McDaniels. The tray. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Wallace. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Now it's a 3-point Thunder lead.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's just sloppy. I mean, you can't lose control of the ball like that and let it get back across midcourt.
Yeah, but errors like that happen. The important thing is not to let them compound on it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo.
And he had a good look. And Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
And Daniel sets a screen for Randle. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game. but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
It's stolen by Randall. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And here's Edwards from the arc. They get it again. Here's the three. Good! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer. Sounds like a rock concert in here.
And guys, that was the bucket they have been waiting for.
First team foul. Coming off the floor, number 22.
Gilgeous-Alexander against McDaniel. Over in the corner, Williams. Here's Caruso. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And so we are tied. Can't stop now. We're ready for another extra period. What a game of basketball this has been. Handle with the ball. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Holmgren with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Williams. Plays it up and makes it in. And that's now 21 points here for Jalen Williams.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Dort misses. Minnesota shooting the ball at 42%. Got a piece of it. Handle with the ball. He's picked up by Holmgren. They now take the lead. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Holmgren gets the bucket. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Here's Randall, following the score by Oklahoma City. McDaniels passes to Alexander Walker. 4 on the clock. The three. Caruso grabs the miss.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pulls up. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 16th rebound on the night. Edwards with the screen. Here's Alexander Walker. Traps in the tray.
Man, you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Edwards against Dort. Caruso. The pass to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for Dort. For three, Williams. Trifecta.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And you'll never see Randall back down in a big moment. He's looking to be the guy when they need a bucket.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. Pass to Caruso. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams looking around. Oh, wow, unable to get a shot off in time. And they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Conley. Gobert with a wide open look. No good. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Caruso in at the 3, small forward. Caruso with it, now guarded by White. Pass to Holmgren. It's Dort on the wing. Offline with a 3. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a 3-point game. Holiday with the ball. Back Back to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Outside White. From outside, off the mark.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
The shot by Dort, no good. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. From undrafted to a key rotational player. Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational, Brent.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it.
Williams' shot is good.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
And they double up Porzingis. It's tipped. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. On the wing, Holiday. For 3. Williams grabs the board. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that. And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
And here's Caruso outside. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator. Make that pass in his sleep.
Holiday passes to Porzingis. Back to Holiday. Now Brown. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed.
Couple fouls that may have saved them from. And now, instead of a heated argument, they can just go and ask for a review.
You know, the league did it right, Grant. They didn't rush a system into use that's going to cause confusion. They rolled it out in the G League, and after a few years, when they were sure it could function, they brought it to the NBA. Oklahoma City has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Williams, high post. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility at both ends. And coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork, and he stays on balance. He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
He is such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
Outside White. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And a guy who's won so many music awards recently, Jack Harlow in attendance.
You know, though he's a Louisville native, he grew up a Boston fan. And according to him, it was the Kevin Garnett trade that really made that happen.
Boston making a switch here. Orford's checked in. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Williams finds Dort. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist from Dort. Williams has got 5 points.
I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
Porzingis for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to Hartenstein. Caruso against Brown. Williams passes to Dort. Hartenstein with a screen on White. Just 5 on the clock. Now the Celtics on the move. On the wing, Holiday. No made baskets yet. Sends it home from three-point land.
And Drew Holiday can make enough threes to make your defense nervous.
White for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They get it back. Here's Hartenstein. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Outside Porzingis. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics out. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Boston?
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
They've got Torrey Craig, Jason Tatum out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Al Horford, and it's Hauser in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Fires for 3. Boston pulls it in. Craig with it. On the wing, Tatum. Dort with a steal. And they're running. Wiggins from long range. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
And it's Tatum missing. Oklahoma City trailing. Joe up top. Still without a bucket. Here's Hartenstein. Back to Joe. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Was that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, it sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more.
Pass to Horford. Fires from the corner. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Horford's got his first 2 points.
Well, when Al's hitting those kind of shots, it shows you how effective he can be at spacing the floor.
And here's Caruso outside, and the three-pointer goes.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
On the wing, Tatum. Dort defending. Back to Tatum. Craig with a screen on Dort. Tatum's got room. Dort grabs the miss. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Hartenstein passes to Caruso. Outside Joe. He shoots. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And stolen by Caruso. And they're on the break. Here's Dort. And the finish on the break with the slam.
And that's really quick processing by Dort, putting him in prime position, making him the go-to option on the break.
For Oklahoma City, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Six on the shot clock.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Outside Joe.
2 minutes.
Elbow shot on the way. And Craig pulls it down. For Boston, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Horford, a screen on Caruso. Craig passes to Horford. Into the lane. Here's Pritchard. Three-pointer off the mark.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Craig with it. Now Wiggins defending. Pass to Tatum. And here here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Hauser. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Thunder with a lead. Here's Hartenstein. The kick out to Wiggins. Takes a three. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Boston has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Here's Hauser. Sends it home from three-point land. Hauser's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jacks up a three. And Craig pulls it down.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Snatched away. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Horford outside. Here's Hauser. He's guarded by Caruso. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Holmgren against Porzingis. Pass to Cornet. 6 to shoot. Back to Porzingis. Beyond the arc. The shot misses. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Boston out in front, up 2. Well, now we have some. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Man, we've seen Drew Holiday really having a great game.
There's virtually nothing you can do to stop him. I mean, you can't even contain him. He's been that great.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
Oh, Kristaps, the finish.
And that's a primetime alley-oop from the 7'3" Porzingis.
Here's the three. And there's Caruso. That one's good on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Oh, got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Boston with a rebound. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight. Porzingis against Williams. Off the mark there with a 3. The Thunder have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year. Already an elite shot blocker.
Caruso, the open look. And another miss by Oklahoma City. And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. They lead by 1. Holiday against Dort. Here's Porzingis. Plenty of space. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter. Pass to Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Tatum. Dort finds Williams. That one's good. This game is all even. Williams has got 8 points.
Wanting to do whatever is good for the team on any given possession. That time Dort playing unselfishly.
They kick it out to Porzingis. Tatum passes to White. And stolen by Holmgren. Going all the way to the rack. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And so agile there on the break. I mean, you got to appreciate Holmgren hustling to capitalize in these situations.
There's Tatum with the 3. JT for 3. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Williams misses. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
Pritchard's checked in for Boston. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Hartenstein's checked in. Tatum passes to Brown. Tatum, a screen on Williams. Here's Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis up top. Started by Hartenstein. Porzingis misses.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Williams from long range, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Oklahoma City's gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Launches it, and Porzingis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And Boston with some changes. Cornette comes in for Porzingis. And it's Hauser in for Tatum. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Boston has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. The 3. Pritchard gets it to go. Pritchard's got 6. Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides. And just showing off his mobility as a big man. Holmgren puts his head down and charges into the shot.
Pass to Cornette. Here's Hauser, hounded by Wiggins. Hauser passes to Cornette. Here's Holiday. Joe grabs the miss.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Stolen. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Brown with a screen. Oh, didn't think that was going in. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, from a different zip code for Holiday. What a confidence booster for him and his guys.
Here's Joe. And it's all from 3-point range. Holiday taking his time here. Launches it from deep. Again, Holiday missing. Right side Joe. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Luke Cornette out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Shireman in at shooting guard. That's the Boston 5. Connects from downtown.
And it's SGA showing he can play without the ball.
There's Tatum with the 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Shireman. Again, the miss by Boston. And Wiggins has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Outside Joe. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Pass to Shireman. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Fires from deep. Hauser, that's good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
They set the pick. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace, the pass to Hartenstein. Back to Wallace from behind the arc. Shireman grabs the board. Celtics lead by 6. Stolen by Wiggins. There's the block. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Lou Dort comes in for Joe. Here's Wallace. Fires in the triple. Wallace has got his first 3 points of the game.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Pulls up, high post. Again, Boston.
At 6'8" with a nice release point, Tatum's jumper is a tough one to disrupt.
Wallace, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. Some changes for Boston. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Cornette. Jaylen Brown comes in for Horford. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. Boston's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. It's Brown on the wing. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander tucks it last. Here's Tatum. And Tatum buries it from long distance.
With his feet set, Tatum's going to make you pay.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. There's the drive. And Porzingis with the block. Now the Celtics on the move. White can't hit. Thunder trail by 8 to the wing, right side. We've got 1:48 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Caruso finds Williams. Goes up on the baseline. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
And I like when Williams works in these mid-range areas. I mean, such an impressive score.
Holiday from long range. Dort grabs the miss.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And it's Shea hitting the 3.
Seems like Gilgeous-Alexander's next shot is never far off. He can get the bucket they need.
Holiday with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Holiday passes to Porzingis. On the wing, Tatum. 4-3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. 1:03 left in the 4th quarter here. Caruso, a screen on Brown. Williams passes to Caruso. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Brown.
And Porzingis putting the team on his back. Wow.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Money.
Williams is like a vibe. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver.
Back to Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. From the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Fires from way outside. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Caruso against Brown. So we see Boston get the win here. This one was in the balance right until the final second.
impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. The three from Porzingis. Hands it from downtown. Porzingis has got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Celtics. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Boston. It's a three-point game. Outside, White. Tatum with the screen on Edwards. Lets it go from deep. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
The three from Porzingis. Gobert pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
The three from Tatum. Minnesota with the rebound. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. Their team's main focus tonight, well, it starts with All-Star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. An ambitious game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And Edwards puts up a deep three. The long distance three is buried.
The competitive fire of Anthony Edwards, admirable, going right back at him.
Brown the pass to Tatum. From deep. And rebounded by McDaniels.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Randall from outside. And Tatum pulls it down. Boston's got just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first.
First personal foul. First team foul.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Launches a three.
Good defensive footwork there. Randall affecting that shot.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. A miss that time would have put him up. Celtics shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. And White kicks to Tatum. Cans the shot from the wing.
You can't excel at all as a defender on Tatum. Mid-range not his go-to spot, but he took advantage there.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. The three. Rebound, Minnesota. A minute 20 left here in the first quarter. Here's McDaniels. Good on the triple.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Over in the corner, Brown. Fades. Gobert pulls it in. The Timberwolves have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. The Celtics with the lead. Brown outside. It's good from long range. Brown's got a couple of threes now in the first for Boston.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Randall a screen on White. Edwards passes to Randall. Fires the three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Holiday, no one around him. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Great response from Holiday, marching down and knocking down a three of his own.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Connects from three-point range. Edwards got 6.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Outside, White from downtown. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Celtics lead by 2 and will return shortly. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Edwards. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Miller, and it's Reed, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. From deep three-point land, rebounded by the Celtics.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. And, Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
And the wide-open shot from Reed. They grabbed their own miss. Celtics leading by 5. Fires from deep. He can't get it to go. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Boston again missing.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Miller kicks to DiVincenzo. From past the arc. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Pritchard. Hits the three-point bomb. Pritchard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics.
Jason Tatum scores, but also creates for his teammates a sign of his continuing growth as a player.
Shots good by Alexander-Walker.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Celtics lead by 7. Alexander-Walker passes to Miller.
2 minutes.
Oh, good with the triple.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Reed against Tatum. Fader on the way. The rebound by Edwards.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's the break. Here's Pritchard. Three-pointer, Horford. Rebound, Minnesota.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Hauser. Gets a very good look and converts. Hauser's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the inside, Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Reed. Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Stolen by Reed. Takes the 3. And the 3 ball is good. And now it's only a 5-point Celtic lead.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Here's Pritchard. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer. You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Miller. Daniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Conley in for Edwards. Three-pointer, Randall. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Here's Cornette. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Holiday with it. Fires the 3. And a close game so far for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Boston on top, up by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Randall passes to McDaniels. Randall a screen on Brown. Shot clock at 6. Off target from Boston Celtics. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. Boston leading by 8. And Tatum puts up a deep 3. Outside, Porzingis. Outside, Holiday. Takes the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Conley penetrating. Pass to McDaniels. The tray. Conley against White. Launches a 3. That's good from Randall on the assist by Conley. Randall's got 12.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. And another miss by Boston. And here's Conley outside. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Pass to Edwards. Shoots a fader, and it's in there. He's got 8. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Tatum looking around. Over Randall. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. For the tie. Randall no good. Celtics leading by 3. Outside, Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 3rd assist on the night. Where there's a lot of emphasis on 3-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
McDaniels with the big answer.
Holiday against Conley. In the corner, Tatum with it. Back to Holiday. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. From deep. Randall grabs the board. Timberwolves trail by 3. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Randall from outside, and another 3 for Minnesota.
Randall, another bucket. Continues to expand his offensive game.
Here's Tatum. It's good from about 19 feet. Tatum's got 12. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Randall kicks to McDaniel. Back to Randall. Over Tatum. Rebounded by the Celtics. White's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brown outside. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Randall pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. Randall can't get that one to fall. There's Brown with the 3, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Anthony Edwards. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Reed. And it's Minot in at the 4-man position. Horford with the screen on Edwards. Back to Tatum. Launches it from deep. Offensive rebound. Out left to the wing. Horford has a wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range. Horford's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for Boston. Timberwolves trail by 8. Pass to Alexander-Walker. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Garza. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Here's Pritchard, puts up a deep 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And how about the confidence to pull up from out there? And what skill to knock it down.
Here's Alexander-Walker. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The Rios come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Horford, good. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Horford against Reed. Pass to DiVincenzo. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Celtics.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Jrue Holiday is checked in for Boston. Joe Ingles is checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Tatum way outside. Rebound Minnesota. Reed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Ingles.
You gotta love the way Conley can run an offense, both in the half court and in transition. He's excellent.
Pass to Pritchard. Horford with the screen on Conley. From the line, Horford's shot is good. And that's now 10 points for Horford.
at how expertly Horford rolls out of the pick. Not only did he do it with fundamental soundness, but he did it fast, too.
Alexander Walker passes to Ingles. Fires the three. Good on the three-point shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
A shot by Pritchard, no good. Timberwolves trail by 7. And it's Conley penetrating. Outside Edwards. Ingles in the corner. It's up a 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 8 rebounds in this game. Horford from outside. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Reed in the post. Tatum on him. And here's Ingles outside. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Tatum's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Hauser. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 4th assist in this one.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on people.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's McDaniels in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping down.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They're leading by 8. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Boston.
Look at the number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Jason Tatum.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
A 3 from Porzingis. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves on offense. They trail by 7. Here's Conley. Gobert down low. Guarded by Tatum. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Celtics ball.
And the Celtics with possession here. And here's White. From deep three-point land. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Conley gets the bucket.
Conley. Assist from Jaden McDaniels.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark.